Have you ever opened the Maps app late at night, typed nothing, and just stared at the little blue dot? Because you knew exactly where your body was, but you had no idea where your life was going. Have you ever listened to a friend explain their 5-year plan over coffee, nodding and smiling in all the right places, while a quiet voice inside you whispered, "I don't even have a 5-week plan"? Does it ever feel like everyone else was handed a route for their life? Turn left at graduation, go straight toward a good job, arrive at happiness, and your road just fades into white space. If tonight feels like that, come a little closer because I have something to tell you. You are not aimless. You are not wasting your life. And you are certainly not the only one walking without a map. You feel lost. And somewhere along the way, you learn to say that word like a confession, as if lost meant broken, as if lost meant standing still. But tonight, we are not just practicing English. Tonight, we are going to take that word, lost, and walk all the way around it slowly together until it stops frightening you. We are going to wander a little. To wander, that soft old word, means to walk without a fixed plan, letting the way choose you for a while. It is what we will do tonight, and it is allowed. By the end of our time together, I hope lost feels less like a verdict and more like a road. We will move slowly. There is no rush here. Nobody here knows exactly where they are going, and look at us, moving anyway. I want to tell you about the best meal of my life. A few years ago, I traveled alone to a city where I could not read a single street sign. Different alphabet, different everything. On my second evening there, around 7 o'clock, my phone lost its signal. One gray line where the bars should be. No maps, no little blue dot. Just me, a folded paper map I did not understand, and a city that smelled like charcoal and frying onions. I took a wrong turn off the main road, then another. Within 10 minutes, I was completely, hopelessly lost. And here is the part I want you to hear. My chest went tight in exactly the way it does when I feel lost in my life. Same feeling, same panic. You have no plan. You are in the wrong place. Everyone else is where they are supposed to be. Then I smelled something. Soup somewhere down that crooked little street. An old woman was standing in a doorway, and I pointed at my mouth like a hungry child, and she laughed warmly. At me and with me at the same time, and waved for me to follow her. 2 corners later, there it was, 4 plastic stools. A pot of broth breathing steam into the evening air. No sign, no name, no stars on any website in the world. It was the best meal of the entire trip, maybe of my life. And it was not in my plan, friend. It could not have been in my plan. I discovered it, and to discover means to find something you were not looking for. That night, sitting on a plastic stool with my useless paper map folded in my pocket, I understood something. I did not find that place in spite of being lost. I found it because I was lost. My wrong turns were not taking me away from the good things. Some of them were the only road that led there. So let me ask you, why does a longer road feel like a failure? Picture a night drive. You are heading home on a road you know so well you could drive it half asleep. And then up ahead, glowing orange in the dark, there it is, a detour sign. A detour, the longer road you did not plan to take. The road you know is closed. An arrow points you left, into streets you have never seen, past houses you did not know existed. And what do we do every single time? We groan. We grip the wheel a little harder. We take it personally, as if the road closed itself tonight just to insult us. But friend, stay with that orange sign for a moment, because it is much gentler than it looks. Think about what a detour actually is. Somebody planned it. Somebody stood there in the daylight with a map spread out on the hood of a truck and said, "The usual way is closed for a while. So we will guide them around, left here, right there, and they will still get home." And nobody builds a detour to nowhere. A detour is not the road ending. It is the road continuing, just not in the shape you expected. The whole time you are grumbling through those unfamiliar streets, you are still on a route, still moving, still quietly being carried home. Now look at your life the same way, friend. There was a road you expected, the one where you knew what you wanted by 25, and the steps followed each other like streetlights, and everything arrived on schedule. And at some point, that road closed. Maybe it closed slowly, while you were busy. Maybe it closed in one terrible week. And ever since, you have been treating your whole life as a failure, because it stopped matching the old map in your head. But you never actually left the road. You took a turn, and a turn is simply the moment a road changes direction. Nothing more, nothing less. Your route bends where you did not want it to bend. It passes through neighborhoods you never planned to see. And here is the quiet secret of every detour. Some corners of this world, and some corners of yourself, only appear on the roads you did not choose. The friend you met at the job you never wanted. The patience you grew in the year that went wrong. The person you are becoming right now, tonight, on this unlit street. A detour is still a road, and it still goes somewhere. Lost is not the opposite of moving. It is one way of finding. So here is a small win for you, the first one tonight. Somewhere in your past, there is a detour that gave you something good. A person, a place, a lesson you still use. Find one, just one. Hold it in your mind for 10 seconds and whisper to it, "That road was not wasted. That is all." One quiet sentence, said from your bed. That is a small win, and it counts. Now, I want to show you something from very high up. Have you ever looked out of an airplane window, or even just at a map, and followed a river with your eyes? Then you already know what I am about to say. There is no such thing as a straight river. Not one anywhere on earth. Every river bends. It curls around hills, slides past hard rock, swings wide through the soft valleys, and sometimes it folds back on itself so completely that from above it looks like a ribbon someone dropped. If you only saw one small piece of it, you might honestly think it was confused. Look at this river going east, then south, then east again. Does it even know where it is going? And yet, friend, every single one of those winding rivers reaches the sea. No river reaches the sea in a straight line. Here is what the bends really are. Every bend is the river answering the land. There is a hill here, so it goes around. The ground is softer there, so it leans that way. The river is not failing to be a highway. It is succeeding at being a river. A bend is not a river getting lost. It is how a river finds the sea. And here is the part that quietly amazes me every time I think about it. The river has never seen the sea. It does not carry a picture of the destination. It cannot check its progress, and no one sends it a report. It simply keeps moving with the shape of the land, and that, friend, is trust. Trust means to keep leaning on something you cannot see yet. The river trusts the slope. Bend by bend, it lets the land tell it where to soften and where to turn, and the sea comes to meet it every time. Now think about your own winding years. The job that turned into a different job, the city you left. The plan that folded back on itself like that ribbon. From close up, it looks like confusion, I know. But maybe you were never confused. Maybe you were answering your land. Going around what could not be crossed yet. Leaning where life was softer. Bending because bending was the only honest way forward. You do not need to see or see tonight, friend. You only need to notice that you are still flowing, still moving, still finding your shape as you go. So here is a small win for you. Lie still, right where you are, and put one hand on your chest. Feel your breath move, in and out, slow as water. That movement has never stopped. Not once in your entire life has it stopped. And as you feel it whisper, still flowing, 2 small words. That is a small win, and it counts. Now let's go somewhere quieter. A museum, one of those huge old ones, with marble floors and 100 rooms. At the entrance, they hand you a little folded plan of the building. The rooms are numbered. There are arrows on the floor. There is even a polite voice in the audio guide, gently insisting, "This way, keep left. Now please proceed to room 7. And you can visit the whole museum that way. Room 1, room 2, room 3. Many people do exactly that. They see everything in the correct order at the correct speed, and they are out by lunchtime. And a month later, they can barely remember a single painting. But friend, have you ever gotten lost in a museum? You take a staircase that was not on your little plan, a small accidental detour inside the building. And suddenly, you are in a room with no crowd in it at all. And there in the corner hangs a painting nobody queues for, no famous name. No one standing in front of it. And for some reason, nobody can ever fully explain this. It holds you. You stand there for 10 whole minutes. And years later, when you have forgotten everything from rooms 1 through 7, that one painting still visits you at strange hours. Nobody falls in love with a painting by following the numbers. The truth is, museums secretly belong to the people who wander. To wander, remember, means to walk without a fixed plan, and inside a museum, that is not a failure of navigation. It is the deepest way to see. The wanderer does not cover the most rooms. The wanderer finds the room that was theirs. And friend, I think life is much closer to a museum than to a race. The people around you with their numbered rooms, school, then job, then house, then whatever room is supposed to come next, they are not wrong. That is one way to walk through. But you, in the unnumbered corridor, on the staircase that appears on nobody's plan, you are not failing to visit the museum. You may be one of the few people actually seeing it. Because this is what you discover in the unnumbered rooms. The work you never planned to love. The person you met in the wrong place at exactly the right time. The version of yourself that only appears off the marked path. Lost is not the opposite of moving. It is one way of finding. So here is a small win for you. Think back over this year and find one thing you discovered by accident. A song that found you, a cafe, a person. Even this podcast, maybe. Did you plan me, friend, or did you wander in? Hold that one accidental treasure for 10 seconds. And quietly thank the wrong turn that led you to it. Now we need to talk about a voice. Not mine, the one inside you. But first, let me tell you about the kindest voice I know. It lives in your phone, and it works for the Maps app. Think about what happens when you are driving and you miss your exit. You made a mistake. A real one in real time with real consequences. And what does the GPS say? It does not sigh. It does not say, again, we talked about this. It does not bring up the exit you also missed last month, and it never asks why you can't be more like the other drivers. It says one word in a perfectly calm voice, recalculating. And then, this is the part I love. It starts again from where you actually are. Not from where you should have been, not from the exit you missed, from here. Because from here, there is always a new road. Recalculating is not failing, it is finding again. Now compare that with the voice inside us on the night we take a wrong turn in life. That voice yells, "You ruined it. You should be further by now." Turn back, everyone saw. Same mistake, friend, very different voice. And before you feel bad about that harsh voice, let me tell you why it is there. Because your brain is not being cruel for fun. Your brain hates not knowing. Many thousands of years ago, an unknown path could hide real danger. And the humans who felt alarmed by uncertainty stayed close to the known trails, and they survived. So your mind still carries that ancient alarm, and every time your road becomes unfamiliar, it pulls the alarm and shouts, "Go back to the known way." Your brain does this because it loves you. It is trying to keep you safe. It is just using very old rules on a very new kind of life. Because nobody ever told it that in your world. An unknown road is usually not a wolf waiting. It is usually just Tuesday. And here is what that old alarm always forgets. Every person who ever drew a map was once standing on ground that had no map at all. The known trails only exist because somebody, long ago, was lost on them first. A wrong turn is information, not a verdict. So tonight, we are going to borrow the GPS voice. You are allowed to speak to yourself the way your phone speaks to you calmly, without bringing up history, starting from where you actually are. You can trust yourself to find the new road, the same way you trust that calm little voice to find it. Here is a small win for you. Sometime tonight or tomorrow, the harsh voice will start its speech. You will know it by the first sentence. It always begins with "you always" or "you never." When it starts, you do not have to argue with it. Just answer with one soft word, recalculating. Try it now once in a whisper, recalculating. Can you feel that shift, friend? From a shout to a whisper, from a verdict to a direction. Do you feel that? The whole angry speech, replaced by one gentle word. That is a small win, and it counts. Before we say goodnight, friend, I want to show you one last thing. It is very old, and it is the reason I believe in you. In museums and old libraries, you can still find the maps people drew hundreds of years ago. And they are beautiful, but not because they are complete. The coastlines near home are drawn with confidence. The cities have names in careful ink. The roads people knew are traced one by one, like memories. And then at the edges, the drawing simply stops, no lines, no names. Just blank paper, sometimes with 3 small honest words written across it, not yet known. The old map makers did not pretend. They did not fill that space with guesses. They left it blank because blank was the truth. No one we know has walked this part yet. Friend, I want you to think about where you are standing in your life right now. Maybe you are the first person in your family to change careers in the middle of everything. The first one to leave the town. The first to say out loud, I don't want the life that was planned for me. The first to sit up past midnight learning another language, alone, with no one to promise you it will work. You keep looking for your road on other people's maps, and it is not there. And all this time, you have been reading that blankness as a judgment, proof that you are lost, proof that you took one wrong turn too many. But the blank space was never a judgment. It is simply the honest edge of everyone else's experience. You are not off the map, friend. You are in the part that has not been drawn yet. Unmapped does not mean empty, it means undrawn. And someone has to be the first to draw every road that has ever been drawn. Someone wandered out into that blank space, slowly, uncertainly, probably a little scared. And because they kept moving, there is a line there now. And a name, and other people walk it easily, and never once think about who went first. Every map began with someone who was lost. So maybe you are not behind everyone on some crowded road. Maybe you are simply early on your own, so early that the drawing has not caught up with you yet. That is lonely sometimes. I know it is. But it is not nothing, and it is not standing still. It is map making. And you can trust the map maker, friend, because the map maker is you. And look how far you have already walked without a single drawn line to follow. Here is your last small win tonight, and it is my favorite one. This week, just once, when you catch yourself saying, "I'm lost," trade it for a different sentence. "I'm exploring." You practice with me now in a whisper. Not "I am lost," but "I am exploring," same road, same you, completely different story. That is a small win, and it counts. We are almost at the end, friend. Let's walk back slowly through everything we found tonight. We stood in front of the orange detour sign. And we learned that nobody builds a detour to nowhere. A detour is still a road, and it still goes somewhere. We watched the river bend, and bend again. And we understood that no river reaches the sea in a straight line. It trusts the land, and it keeps flowing. We got lost in the museum. On purpose this time, and we found the quiet room the numbered path never visits. And we remembered that the best things are discovered, not scheduled. We listened to the GPS, the kindest voice in the world, and we borrowed its one soft word, recalculating. And we leaned over the old maps, and we found you, not fallen off the edge, but standing in the blank space, holding the pen. And somewhere, in the middle of all that, there was a little restaurant with no name and 4 plastic stools, which I only ever found because I was lost. If you remember only one thing from tonight, friend, let it be this. Lost is not the opposite of moving. It is one way of finding. At the very beginning of this episode, at the very beginning of this channel, I said these words, slow English for the nights you feel lost. Tonight was one of those nights. And look what you did with it. You came here, you moved through a whole episode in another language, and you understood it. That is not standing still, friend. That was never standing still. I am so proud of you tonight for listening, for wandering all this way with me, for being gentle with a word that used to frighten you. If this episode helped you breathe a little easier, a like or a subscribe would mean a lot. It keeps this little corner of the internet warm for the next lost traveler. But that is for tomorrow. For now, put the phone down. Let your shoulders drop one more time. Breathe in slowly and out. Your road is still going somewhere. Your river is still flowing. Your map is still being drawn by you gently, one day at a time. You can close your eyes now. Good night, friend. I'll be here when you need me again.